Shalom, and you're now locked in here at Israelite Talk TV, where you get nothing but the raw and the real whenever I'm in front of the camera. So make sure y'all show the page some love, like, subscribe, and share.
This is what we want to know. Everybody want to know. If any questions that y'all want to ask him, brother and sister, please make sure y'all ask.
Please.
Do you believe that P. Diddy has something to do with your sister's untimely death?
Then you see it was on the news. You acting like you trying to get in there. Please, you already know what happened to him. That's what you all on the news acting like you trying to get in there too. Yeah, please. You killed her. That's why you couldn't even go back in there. You act like you was on the outside and you didn't do it. Like that shouldn't make sense.
So you don't believe the story that he was trying to save her?
Hell no.
What?
Shalom and greetings, and welcome back to another episode here at Israelite Talk TV, where you get the full 100 whenever I'm in front of the camera and no paid media points. Now, family, you see the title. That's right. Kim Porter's sister confirms that Diddy had something to do with Kim Porter's death, right? And not only did she confirm that he had something to do with the death of Kim Porter, but she also went into some other stuff that we're gonna be breaking down and explaining in this video, right? Now, before I take off with this video, right, I want to give a shout out to this brother Jamil Peterson, right, that did this interview, right, and give a shout out and salute to his channel. You know what I'm saying? Being another brother, another Israelite out here, you know, scrounging, trying to, you know, put together content, you know, and bring awareness to a lot of different things that's going on in our communities and with our people. But I want to get a brother a little constructive criticism before we take off, right? Okay, it's not no beef, nothing personal, nothing like that. Just constructive criticism, right? Because you know, in this business that we do as bloggers, we want to try to be as accurate as possible with information that we provide to the people. Now, there's a couple things with this video, right? We don't really have like the lady. I'm not saying that the lady is lying and that Kim Porter is not her sister. It's not what I'm saying. But typically when you're doing interviews and stuff like that, we need to have some type of social media handles to know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, who this person is, or, you know, whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying? And of course, if if she's the family of Kim Porter, I mean, you're related to a person that's in the industry, because, you know, Kim Porter was a model. And of course, you know, dealing with Diddy. So I'm pretty sure that, you know, the time that Kim Porter was together with Diddy over the years, that if this is her sister, that she was involved in a lot of these, you know, a lot of these different events and things like that. She even in this video spoke about being there at the time, you know, getting into it with Diddy at the event when Jay-Z got into it with Beyonce's sister, and things like that. So it sounds like, you know, she was at a lot of these different industry parties and things like that was going on and privy, just because that's her sister, which makes sense. You know, we know how it go. Hey, we got this going on out here. Yeah, y'all can come out there and get y'all in. Ooh. We know how the game go. You know what I'm saying? But no social media handles. You know, the information she did give was, I couldn't confirm or pull her up. Not saying that she's lying or anything like that. I'm just saying that from my research, I couldn't pull anything up on it. So we got to do better reporting. You know, we doing interviews. You know, we want to get information on these people, you know, and I'm pretty sure that if what she's saying is true, that, you know, I know there's got to be threats and stuff on her life, because she knows a whole lot of what's going on. So, you know, if you see this video, because y'all did say, you know, share the video, get this out there. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to get some commentary on this particular video, but I wanted to get the constructive criticism out of the way first. You know, I don't see why, you know, this guy would lie, or why, you know, he would catch a flight down here to London to go interview this woman and, you know, go through all this stuff just to be playing games. So I just believe that I do believe it was kind of an unprofessional interview, but it's no different than, you know, what goes on in the neighborhood, the ghettos, when we, you know, we talking, we capping and stuff on the phone about a lot of stuff that's going on. So, you know, it's right in line with that. But on stuff like this, we got to be a little bit more direct and, you know, get a little bit more information out there. So to the sister, if you see this video, go ahead, you know, reach out to me via Instagram or email, however you want to do it. You know what I mean? And because I wouldn't mind, you know, asking you some questions also, because with this woman explained that Diddy was involved in, I mean, this guy is a predator and he's a danger to our community. I don't care how much money he got. You know what I'm saying? See, what our people gotta understand is they gotta stop selling their soul for money. I don't care how much money a person got. If you don't have any integrity and you're not standing on any principles, then that money means nothing. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta have a paradigm shift. You know what I'm saying? All these people want to sell out and do all this stuff for money. Oh, it's all about money. No, it's not. It's not all about money. You know what I'm saying? Look at the entertainers that have all of this money. Do they like look peaches and cream? Nah. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of stuff that come with that. But without further ado, let's dissect this video, right? Because she said a mouthful, right? And you know, she spoke about Will Smith, getting plugged and all of this stuff, man. So we're gonna get to all of that. But before I go, the disclaimers down in the description box. Some of this stuff is for entertainment. Some of it is true. I'm bringing you right to the source where I'm getting the information from, and let's dissect it, right? So the first thing she said was that she believed that Diddy allegedly had something to do with the death of Kim Porter, her sister. She's claiming that's her blood sister, right? So she goes on to say that the reason why is because Kim Porter knew a lot of Diddy's secrets and the things that he were involved in, and that she was gonna basically tell what was going on and stuff. And so the silencer, basically they got her out the way. And this is the type of stuff that happens within the industry. What you guys got to understand is that these celebrities are into all type of stuff, and just because they marry or they come out with a piece on their arm, do not be deceived. These people are into all type of stuff. This is why when you look in Hollywood, a lot of these entertainers are distraught and all messed up because they come out and they put a smile on for the camera and everything good, but they know behind the scenes that this stuff is all messed up. It's all type of stuff that's going on. This woman spoke about naked basketball parties, that Diddy was having, and this stuff happens. Something just came across my phone yesterday that I was checking out, where around the United States in various different parts, they have private beaches, private lakes where they do nude beaches and stuff like that. And they have a lot of different stuff that's going on at these places, but it's on private land. So a lot of times you don't hear about a lot of this stuff because, you have to be, you're going into on private property to do stuff. So it's, everything's private. But she claimed that, that Diddy was going to be, that Kim Porter was going to expose Diddy, right? Now, let's get to some of the stuff that she was talking about, man. I mean, she went so far as to say that P. Diddy was beating the cakes of Will Smith. You know what I'm saying? And then it kind of makes sense. I'm not saying that it's true. I'm just speaking opinion right here. It does kind of make sense because when you look at this whole thing with the Will Smith and Jada thing, right? You know what I'm saying? Just look at the reactions, right? So you had Jada that went and slept with whatchamacallit, that was basically her children's friends, right? Slept with him, right? And then we have Will Smith and Jada sitting on Oprah Winfrey, right? Talking about this stuff, right? And this all plays into this this rainbow agenda that the United States is pushing heavily, right? And before I continue on this, let me say this, right? Because what this brother said in there, that he don't have a problem with sexuality and things like that. Over here, Israelite Talk TV, we beg to differ because we know better. Now, this is my position on this before I go, and I don't care what anybody else's opinion or position is on it, right? I'm an Israelite, just like those of you, and these individuals that are descendants of slaves are Israelites, right? Tanakh teaches us, right, the commandments of the Most High, and he tells us that homosexuality is an abomination, which was punishable by death in the land of Israel, right? Okay. Now, I only follow Tanakh. I don't follow the fairy tale made up New Testament. But to those of you that do follow the New Testament writings, right? Even in the New Testament, it condemns homosexuality. You know what I'm saying? Paul tells you in the book of Romans, okay? He speak about, men changing, they unnatural use and delving into homosexuality. He also speaks about this in the book of Corinthians, where he speaks about how these type of individuals are not going to enter into the kingdom, right? So let's just stop and pause for a minute. So we got all these entertainers, all these people. Well, we don't care what people do and this and that. We have to care about it because this stuff affects our community and our children and our people. Because you will say, well, I don't care about their sexuality. But then you have people like Diddy, like in the course of this, what this woman is saying is true. And we've heard the rumors over the years, you know. And I want to say this. Well, before I say that, let me say this. You have these entertainers that our people look up to, that are influencing our people, but behind the mask, the man, you know, these people are predators, and they're destroying our people. You know what I'm saying? And so we have to talk about this. You know what I'm saying? This is a community. You know, we got to get out of this individual mind state. This is why when you go to the Middle East and all these different places, they have communities, and you're going to abide by those communities, or you're going to get dealt with, just like that sister did that went over there and was doing all that, talking all that rah-rah over there, and what was it, Dubai, and they detained her. See, they don't play that over there. Women talking back to men and things like that. They don't play that. You know what I'm saying? And this is where we actually are coming from. This is where we came from. You know what I mean? So we have to step on this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Forget what people talking about. Well, I don't care about it. Whatever anybody do. No. Because in the nation of Israel, the commandment stated that was abomination comes from our death, and if you got caught doing that, he was put to death. And we even see this with Sodom and Gomorrah, where the Most High destroyed our whole nation for that. So what is wrong with people? How can people not understand this is abomination? But see, over here on Israelite Talk TV, we got the real sauce. You know what I'm saying? These entertainers and all of these people, they're part of the industry. Over here, we follow what Yah said. And not only is it condemned in the Old Testament, but it's condemned in the New Testament. So all the people that's running around talking about they're Christians and going to church on Sunday, that type of stuff is condemned. And if you are indulging in those type of activities, you need to change your path and you need to repent. And yes, Yah will forgive you, but you have to change your course and you have to repent. Okay, now let's get back to it, right? So all of this ties into this agenda. So then Oprah Winfrey was also involved in this stuff where she did the interview with Jada and Will. And this is nothing more than a ploy to push this feminine agenda. You know, you got Will Smith sitting on here crying after his wife cheated on him. You know what I'm saying? And what we're dealing with is masculine and feminine energy. So where the man should have the masculine energy, we can see that the woman has the masculine energy because she knows what's going on behind the scenes. Now, I'm not saying that this is true what this woman said about P. Diddy plugging Will Smith, but if this is the case, this is why the woman is running over him, because she know that he taking D just like she taking D. You know what I'm saying? And he's supposed to be a man. You know what I mean? So you guys got to understand the psychology of what's going on here. And then you sitting on live TV crying. You know what I'm saying? But then got the audacity to try to get up and go smack, you know what I'm saying, Chris Rock. Why you ain't smack Jada? Now I can tell you, and we just got to take it there, family. And I'm not being funny, but I'm just being realistic. And us that's in the ghettos and the trenches around the world, we know how it is. If this was in the ghetto, and a guy caught his girl, his wife cheating doing that, he probably would have beat her tail, choked her up, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Not sitting on TV crying and all this other stuff. It'd have been like World War III. So this stuff with Will Smith, man, and these guys in Hollywood with these agendas, this stuff is, I mean, it's just like, man, I don't, like, you know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong. We all grew up watching the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and stuff like that. And you know this stuff. But then it's just, you have to look at these guys different, because it's like, man, come on, man. Ushering all of these people, you know, and we see Cam and Mace doing their thing now, you know what I'm saying, as far with the sports show and stuff like that. But at one time when they was into it, you know, Cam spoke about what was going on when he came in the room and he saw, you know, woo on the bed and all this other stuff. So this guy Diddy is a cancer to our community if what they're saying is true. This dude is preying, you know what I'm saying, on our people. And what you guys got to understand, and this is the Kim Porter sister and everybody else, Diddy, they're not going to do anything to Diddy, because you guys got to understand, Diddy been in this industry for a long time. And see, Diddy was grown by, and this is allegedly, okay, this is my opinion, by a lot of these older white dudes in the industry that participate in this type of stuff. The ones that's putting the money and funding these agendas. You know what I'm saying? So there's no telling what this guy is doing. You know what I'm saying? With these execs and all of this stuff they got going on. And so they're gonna protect Diddy. You know what I'm saying? And this is why Diddy can't speak on a whole lot of this stuff that's going on, because if he ever speak on it, then they're gonna expose him. You know what I'm saying? And this is how they do us, man. They get our people. They make them sell their soul for this money, have them engaged in all of this stuff, turn them out, do all of this stuff, and then now they got all this dirt and stuff on you, and now you have to shut your mouth and you can't say nothing, because if you do, then they're gonna expose you. This is why you never see these big top entertainers. Let me explain something to you. Wherever you see a big entertainer that's getting a lot of money, billions and billions of dollars, 9 times out of 10, there's a white puppet master in the back. You know what I'm saying? That's coordinating everything that's going on. You know what I mean? And they're doing whatever they tell them to do because they are their property. See, you guys got to understand, when you go back and study the slave codes, that it tells you that when black people start rising up in this nation back during that time period, they told them then, y'all ain't nothing but property. Y'all are our property. You're not a human being. You're not equal with us. You're our property. And that saying holds true today, because none of these black billionaires, none of these people have nothing that they own that is independent of white people. None of them. I don't care how many billions you got. You got a billion, but the rich puppet master behind you, he got 10, 15, 20, $100 billion. You see what I'm saying? And anytime you get out of line, they'll cut your water off and freeze your accounts, and all that money just be held up. You see what they did to Ye. So this lady is saying that, you know, and I agree with her that if what she's saying is true, this guy Diddy is worse than R. Kelly, man. You know, this guy is worse than R. Kelly. You know, at least R. Kelly went to the family and got consent from the parents and did all this stuff like they do in the East. And this is something I'm going to talk about real soon, right? Because our people, this is all the people that's hearing this, that don't really like get outside the United States and understand how stuff go, where we're coming from, where we came from. They don't understand that men will marry young women. You know, when you go into these Arabic countries, you know, I don't want to speak about too much about what's going on in Israel, because they not really, you know what I'm saying, that's a whole nother thing. But even some of them know what the commandments and stuff state. So at least R. Kelly did get permission, you know what I'm saying? And if the parents said, yeah, you can have my daughter, then it doesn't matter, you know what I'm saying? Oh, well, they was young, they was this and that, because this is what they do in the East. They take young women and they marry them, and then sometimes they, you know, if they haven't gone through like puberty and stuff like that, it's not having periods yet, they can't have sex with them. So they negotiate this stuff with the families. But I don't want to get too far off into that. That's a whole nother, that's beyond the scope of this video that I'm doing today. But I'm just pointing out, like, this dude Diddy is a beast, man. You know, preying on our young black youth. You know what I'm saying? You know, you being in the industry and indulging in stuff, and then you're preying on our youth. Like, it's like, look at all of this stuff. Like the stuff with Meek Mills. Then we saw the stuff with French Montana. They in there for his birthday. They in there. You know, like, come on, Diddy, man. You know? And my thing is just come out and tell people, like, this is what it is. Why try to keep secrets and hide this stuff when you know what it is? Give people opportunity to get away from your tail when you know you're a predator. Stu's a predator. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, man, like, come on, fam. And the industry know this stuff. And then this is the reason why we have to have these type of interviews like this. You know why? Because these weak entertainers sit in the industry, right? Know this stuff be going on and won't even speak on it. Won't even alert the people to watch out for predators like Diddy when they know this dude is a predator and what he's into. You know what I'm saying? And then people be bedazzled by his fame and his accomplishments, and they want to hang with Diddy. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, man, this stuff is crazy, man. But yeah, man, she said, man, this dude that ran through Will Smith, Usher, you know what I'm saying? Antonio Brown, all this. Why you think these people messed up like they is today, man? Because the industry know what's going on, man. They know that these dudes are not like that, man. But because they have money and fame, it just gets swept under the rug. It's just, hey, it's just another day because the people that's hanging around them, they just in it for the money. You know what I mean? So yeah, so the woman came out and said that, you know, she says that she's Kim Porter's sister. I'm gonna take her at her word until proven otherwise. And then if it's proven otherwise, I stand to be corrected. But I don't think the sister lying. I think the sister telling her how it is. You know what I mean? And I can't wait till she get her channel up and really start, you know, putting this stuff out. What I would say is to the sister, knowing how the industry is, and and it's not just, and the thing I want you guys to understand is that she's not just calling Diddy out and exposing Diddy, but she's exposing a lot of these other entertainers. So this stuff is powerful. You know what I mean? So my thing is, I would get that information out, get it recorded. I mean, if you want to put it out in parts and pieces like that, but at least get it out and make sure, you know, somebody that's trusted know what's going on. That way, if something ever happened to you, you know what I'm saying? Because yeah, I mean, you talking about some big players. You know what I'm saying? She said he had something to do with Tupac. I mean, of course, we've been hearing that stuff for years and Biggie and stuff like that. But I'm sitting back there waiting to see what type of real hardcore evidence, because you got to bring some evidence. I mean, we heard a lot of these old talking points over the years, but if you're saying, you know, you are who you are, we want to. I mean, we just it's gonna bust it wide open. We need to hear it. You know what I'm saying? And then the brother Jamel said that Diddy had been trying to, you know, sue him and stuff like that. So if that's the case, that's letting you know that Diddy is trying to silence the people, man. I done lost all respect for Diddy, man. I don't care nothing about the money. I don't care nothing about none of that stuff you got going on. You know, yes, you are a talented music producer and stuff like that, but I mean, like, come on, man. Diddy, them, man, just I lost all respect for them dudes, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. Diddy pulled up out here and, you know, I don't even ask the dude for autograph. I walk right past him, man. Like, get on up out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? And this is how we got to start treating these entertainers, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we living in a digital era, man. It's too easy to go viral these days. Like, these entertainers ain't, they not safe. And they know this. You know what I'm saying? They not safe. You know what I'm saying? You got bloggers and just regular people that's more famous than a lot of these people, man. You know what I'm saying? So that stuff is over with, man. And we're going to keep talking about it, man. Especially here on Israelite Talk TV. We're going to keep busting this stuff wide open, man. So y'all let me know what y'all thoughts is, man. I'm going to leave a video down in the description box. You know, y'all go check that video out. Let me know what y'all thoughts is. And then we get enough comments and a lot of stuff like that, I'll revisit this subject and get some more commentary on it. But I'm going to be just sitting back waiting to see if she, when she get her channels up and running and she's able to, you know, start putting this material out, man, because, wow, man, she said a mouthful, man, and that, man, like, man, she caught a lot of people. She said it's more. You know, so I'm curious to see what else, you know, she's going to be dropping. But, hey, support the channel. You know, y'all like, subscribe, and share this video. Y'all know I ain't in the algorithms. Get me turned back up. You know what I'm saying? YouTube, they on my top. Y'all seen what I said in my last. If y'all haven't seen my post that I posted yesterday, about the strike that my channel got, go check that out, man. I'm gonna be talking about that some more in another video I got, man. But these people something else, man. So go on, turn me up, share the video, get this out to the people. And I'm signing off here on Israelite Talk TV. Shalom.